A puppy. There's a businessman in Zhou village who makes a lot of money doing business in Wo. He hired a boat to go home and saw a butcher on the river embankment holding a dog to kill. The businessman bought the dog for double the price and kept it on the boat. The boat's boatman, already a serial thief, secretly observed that the merchant had so much money that he drove the boat into the reed bush and picked up the knife to kill the merchant. The merchant begged the boatman to give him a complete corpse. The robbers bundled the traitors in a blanket and threw them into the river. The dog saw the businessman thrown into the river, howling and diving, and floating with his mouth nipped into the felt of the businessman wrapped around him. I don't know how many miles I've flown in, and I've been stopped by a shoal. The dog floated out of the water, ran to the place where there were people, and kept barking. Some people thought there was a reason, and they followed the dog to the shoal, saw a bundle of felt in the water, dragged it out, cut the rope, and the businessman didn't even die. When he woke up, he told the story of his death, and begged the other boatman to take him back to Wo, where he was waiting for the robber's boat to return. The businessman boarded the boat and found his dog missing. I'm so sad and sad. After 3 or 4 days of searching at Wu Wharf, the only thing I could find was the thief's boat. At that time, there was a fellow countryman who was going to take him back to Zhou village with him. Suddenly the dog returned and howled at the merchant. The merchant calls for it, but it turns round and walks away. The merchant disembarked to chase it, but it ran to another boat, grabbing the lower leg of one of the men on the boat, and could not be beaten lightly. The businessman went up and shouted, only to find out that the dog had bitten the money-robbing serial thief. Turns out the robber changed his clothes and boat, so it's hard for the businessman to recognize. The merchant tied up the usual thieves and searched the boat, leaving the money. Alas, a dog is still able to repay the debt. Those in the world who do not have the heart should be ashamed that they are worse than a dog.
Alright, this story has come to an end. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you.